What up everyone, it's your boy Floz MG back with another BeyBlade IRL video. This time, we are going to find out which of the two strikers owned by Masamune Kadoya is the best. And obviously the only two that we can choose between are Ray Striker and Blitz Striker. And I will say as a quick qualifier, with any of these battles, Blitz Striker is going to remain in its, I believe it's called Assault mode, where it's just 3 consistent blades. We're not going to be switching to Barrage mode or anything like that. They are very similar Beyblades. I think the key difference between the two of them is that Blitz Striker's Beyblade is a rubber semi-flat, which provides it, I don't want to say more attack power, when I mean it kind of does, but it's more so provides more stamina, as the fact that it's not a perfectly flat performance tip. It reduces the amount of contact with the stadium, therefore increasing the amount of stamina it keeps in as opposed to losing. That was probably the worst way I could have ever described it. But to prove my point, obviously we've got to start with a quick stamina test. Alright, both have been released. Ray Striker seems like it's just going around the stadium losing its stamina. It's starting to slow down a little bit, be more calm, whilst Blitz Striker stays relatively steady in the middle of the stadium, keeping a much more stable rotation. The more that Ray Striker continues to just prance around the stadium, the more his stamina starts to decrease. But it looks like he's starting to settle down in the middle. Blitz Striker's position has not changed at all, to the point where it looks like Ray Striker has come to a final stop at roughly 44 seconds, we'll call that. It looks like Blitz Striker is just going to continue. It might actually get to a point where I have to speed it up, so let's go ahead and do that. With such a strong run, it looks like Blitz Striker's reign finally ends at around, we'll call that, 1 minute and 30 seconds. Given that performance, it was obvious who was going to take the cake. Blitz Striker gains a point over Ray Striker. But now it's time to go into the battles. The first battle they're going to go against is one of my favorite Beyblades, Vulcan Harusius. And it's mostly just the overall design of this guy. I love it. Plus the way his fusion wheel is designed with the wider and thinner parts. It pretty much just completely changes the power behind each and every attack. Sometimes resulting in a light tap, sometimes resulting in a destructive stadium out. But let's just see how well they fare against him. Alright, a battle with one of my favorite bays, Vulcan, Harusius, and Striker. Let's see how well Striker's gonna do. It looks like he's already wasting a good amount of time circling around the edge of the stadium. Harusius is conserving his energy in the center. But Striker is slowly making his way down, and I think the first collision is going to happen very soon, and it might result in just a stadium out. Because I guess the aerodynamics of their two fusion wheels can cause such, I don't even remember what the word is, recoil. And we saw brief instances of that, but it was not enough to get a stadium out. Harusius has one. Striker, you gonna catch up? Oh, that hurt. That hit my arm. You know what, I'll count that one just to keep it interesting. So they're 1-1. How's this last battle gonna go? Striker already wasting so much time racing around the edge of the stadium. So much power has been decreased from his performance tip. How? I don't even know. Sorry, my brain is not branding and my brain's not commenting. But first contact is imminent. Oh, that was really close to Striker getting his own self-stadium out. But he wasted too much power, allowing Vulcan Harusius to win. Harusius victory. This battle we did not see in the anime. Harusius never battled against Striker, and I'm pretty sure that's why. Because that was so badass, I'm gonna count that one. Round 2. Striker, are you gonna be able to do it again? Nearly flung him out of the stadium that time. Oh! Damn, Harusius was jumping like Capricorn! Striker's attack power is no joke. And even against Harusius, the attack power is immense. Striker takes a flawless victory against Herosius. Okay, that one was clear cut. Blitz Striker's power was far greater than that of Ray Striker, to the point where it got an immediate stadium out on Herosius, but to be fair, Ray Striker also did that. But it then was able to break through Herosius' defenses, causing him to jump like Capricorn. And because Blitz Striker was the only one to fully defeat Herosius, Blitz Striker gets the point, giving him a pretty steady lead over Ray Striker. Next up, they're going against another one of my favorite bays, Flame Bixis, the first Beyblade to introduce the 230 spin track, one of the tallest Beyblades, which makes it pretty effective versus short attack types that lose stamina very quickly. So how well are each of these strikers going to perform against it? Let's see, shall we? Now the very first tall boy of the series versus one of the very short boys. Is Striker going to waste more time racing around the edge of the stadium or start making his way to the center? But even so, he's still racing around losing energy and not being able to hit Bixis' fusion wheel. I wonder how this is going to turn out for him. Bixis needs to wobble over in order for Striker to even get a chance at the fusion wheel. Oh, he's starting to get Bixis to wobble over, but I don't think Striker has enough power to get another solid hit. Now Bixis was the one attacking, and inevitably, Striker lost. Alright, round 2. What's gonna happen? Oh! We had a chance for a stadium out right there, but now Bixis has made his way back to the center of the stadium, gaining his ground again. Striker, again, seems to be spending his time speeding around the stadium, losing his stamina, and it's not going to be enough to take down Bixis. We might see a replay of the previous battle. Then again, maybe not. Bixis nearly took out my damn fingers. But it looks like Striker doesn't have enough energy to continue. And Bixis, nearly out of energy, takes the cake. Not gonna lie, this dude is also one of my favorite bays. Even with this Striker's great attack power, if it can't reach the fusion wheel, then it doesn't mean anything. And he seems to have a talent of making his opponents jump. And he is able to keep his opponents away, it would seem. Oh my! It flew Bixis to the other side of the room! We need to see that in slow motion right now. Oh my! With that kind of overwhelming defeat, even if Bixis manages to beat Striker twice, I don't know how he's ever going to recover socially. The Goliath got beaten by a little pipsqueak. But right now, it looks like Bixis is putting up even more of a fight, not allowing himself to be tilted downwards, not allowing his fusion wheel to be hit at all. Oh, but Striker's not letting him do that so easily. Bixis has been knocked off center, but Striker wasted too much power doing so. Alright, it's 1-1 down to this battle. What's going to happen? Again, like I said, Striker has a talent for making his opponents jump. I don't know if it's out of fear or by his own overwhelming power. But all those hits to the spin track is surely draining Striker's power. And once Bixis finally does start to tip over, it's not going to do much. Was that stadium out at the very beginning just a fluke for Striker? It seems like maybe it was, but Bixis is never going to recover from that socially, even if he did defeat Striker this time. Talk about a comeback story of the century. That one had some shocking twists and turns where I didn't know who was going to win. But because of that devastating stadium out against Bixis, I once again gotta give it to Blitz Striker, proving in every way, shape, and form so far that it's an improvement to Ray Striker. Step up your game. Next up, they're going to be facing off against Varieris DD, a bay that I've actually done the modes for in a previous episode, which Varieris DD mode is the best. But for this one, I decided to go with right spinning defense mode, so basically just like its stock mode, if you will. Is its defenses going to be enough for both of the strikers? Let's check it out. Another battle never before seen in this series against Varieris. Go Ray Striker. I don't know what was with Varieris' weird movements in the center right there. But let's see if Striker's going to have enough power this time to get through Varieris' defenses. And it looks like he's slowed down enough to enter defense mode. Varieris did go off balance. And it looks like Striker actually lasted a little bit longer. We're going to go ahead and give that first one to Striker. So let's see if he's going to be able to do it again in this one. Oh, that was... That nearly... Why do these guys nearly keep taking out my fingers? But yeah, Varieris is now back in the center, preserving his speed. And if you listened very carefully, you probably could have heard the little click activating defense mode within his fusion wheel. That didn't help him much against Striker last time. And it doesn't look like it's helping him this time. Striker defeated Varieris. Seems the unicorn was enough to defeat the Mars god. Ah, this is the one that we saw in the anime. So let's see what's gonna happen here. Oh! Well... Maybe Striker has a talent for getting stadium outs in the first round. But then absolutely sucking in the second round. So let's see what happens. Is that true? I guess not. Against an evenly heighted opponent? It looks like Striker's power is something to be feared. Okay, Varieris did quite poorly in that. Which was disappointing, but either way, both the Strikers won. However, I am once again going to give this to Blitz Striker because it was the only one that was getting stadium outs. One of them all took just one hit, and Varieris went flying out of the stadium. Ray Striker mainly focused on draining his stamina by just circling around him. I mean, it's not over yet. There's still one more set of battles to do, and that is going to be going up against Phantom Orion BD. The most unique feature about this Beyblade is in its performance tip, the bearing drive performance tip, which is freely rotating in regards to the rest of the Beyblade, able to absorb attacks and continue spinning as if nothing happened, giving it limitless stamina. But is that limitless stamina going to be enough against either of these unicorns? Let's find out. Now, yet again, another battle that was not seen in the show. Let's see. Oh! Striker got a good few hits to Orion's underside, maybe knocking him off balance a little bit. Again, nearly taking out my fingers. But it looks like Orion's stamina is too much for Striker to handle. Will that stamina keep up or fall short? Let's see what's going to happen. It looks like Orion is very steadily dodging Striker's attacks. Oh, Orion is staying steady in the very center, waiting for Striker to make a move. It doesn't look like it's going to do Striker any good. The stamina is too much for him to bear. Orion takes victory. The bearing drive performance tip is quite a strong feat indeed. Now it's a battle of immense stamina versus immense power. Which one? Oh! Orion delivers a counterattack, knocking Striker out of the stadium. And you know what? I think I'm going to count that one. It's satisfying watching Orion win with something aside from stamina. So let's see if that's going to help him out in these remaining battles. It looks like the stamina is serving him well, not allowing Striker's power to push him out of the stadium. But it does look like he's starting to lose balance a little bit. Oh, Striker's getting some good attacks to his underside, but that was not enough. The bearing drive performance tip allowed Orion to survive just slightly longer. And Orion delivers a victory over Striker. This one's actually a little bit difficult. Because even though Orion beat the Striker every time, here's the thing. Ray Striker was able to take down Orion's stamina very steadily in both battles, whereas Blitz Striker got counterattack stadiumed out one time, but at the same time was also able to bring Orion's stamina down much more than Ray Striker did. This one's actually a really tough call. I might just split the point and give them each half a point because I feel like the performance of both of them was rather equal. So, we kind of have a very clear winner. Blitz Striker absolutely decimated Ray Striker with his 4.5 points to Ray Striker's lousy half a point. Ray Striker's got to step up his game. But in the meantime, at least we know which one of them is better. So until next time, I've been Floz MG. This has been Which Striker is the Best, and I can't wait to see you all in the next video.